Hello everyone, this is me Vinayak and you are watching Security. In this video, I'll be sharing my complete TCS HackQuest Season 10 journey, how I went from zero CTF experience to TCS Prime offer, and I'll be sharing complete interview process and all the things which are involved in this complete journey. And also, I'll make sure that this is the only HackQuest video which you will need to watch in future also. So let's get started. On to the screen. Okay, so now we are here on this PPT. So let's start. So what is actually HackQuest and how I came to know about it? So HackQuest is basically capture the flag event where you had to solve the cybersecurity challenge and then you had to submit a string. So it is a CTF challenge. If you're in cybersecurity, then you must be aware about that. And TCS also conducts this kind of competition every year. And it generally happens in the December or in December, January, it happens. So how I came to know about it? So it was simply a college placement mail. I found it in my college placement mail where they told us that there's something competition for cyber student. So we had to participate. So I just registered that time. I had no experience what it is and what actually we had to do in it. So I registered in September, October, I guess. And then I started to explore what actually CTF is and how we can tackle it and what is actually the benefit of solving CTFs. So what was my current condition at that time? At the same time, I was preparing for CH exam. If you are aware about the EC Council CS certificate, Certified Ethical Hacker. So I was preparing for that exam. And also I cleared the exam in just 90 minutes, not fronting, but yeah, I cleared it in 90 minutes in October, I guess, yeah. But at the same time, I had no idea what CTF is. So along with that preparation of this CH exam, I started to prepare for CTF competitions, like how we can practice CTF questions. So what actually I did, I just explored, went to the internet and learned about what is CTF. And this platform came to know about it, PicoCTF. So this is the PicoCTF. You must be knowing what is PicoCTF. It is a platform where you can practice the CTF questions. It's very beginner friendly. I also started with it. And the initial confusion what question should I solve in starting? Like there are multiple categories, general skills. Let me show you. I will, yeah. So this is the Pico CTF website. Here you can see the number of challenges you have solved. Currently I'm here at 90 easy questions and 99 medium. So what is actually CTF? For example, this is the one question. Here we have the description. Same format is there for every CTF questions. There's one title of the question. There is a category, the difficulty, and the year when it was released. And here's the description of some of the question, like can you make server? I won't discuss what is the question right now, but this is the question. Here we have to launch some instance. Like there is some server where you had to launch it. Let's just launch servers. What happening? So there are chances that we will be getting some netcat server to SSH into it, or we will be getting some link. Currently here is the netcat server login. I won't explain what it is, but this is the CTF. After solving this question, we will get a string. It will be in this format, Pico CTF, and then some 32 hex string, and we have to submit it. After submitting, the question will be solved, and this is the actual flag. This is the format, really easy, and there are hints available. This is for the question practice question, but not in the your CTF TCS. Okay, so I started solving one question per day. Like it was in starting, it was difficult for me to solve every question, so I used to see the write-ups about it. I started solving each question every day. So before round one, I had solved near about 100 challenges. And what actually happened in round one? Round one was in December 13th, whereas it was unproctored, no cameras, no monitoring. You had to just log in on the website of the TCS where the link was given, and it was 6 hours from morning 10 to 4 p.m. 6 hours for solving the questions, and another 2 hours for report writing. So I started solving the questions. I started with one, two, three, four, and I did almost eight questions. I did. You can use AI, you can use ChatGPT, anything, because this is unproctored. There is no camera, there is no monitoring. You have to just solve the questions like we do it in PicoCTF, and you have to just submit the flags. So after 6 hours of solving, I earned near about to 2,500 points. The every question has a point, like 200 points, 300 points, 500 points based on the difficulty level. So after solving, but there was one catch. I forgot to take the screenshots of all those flags, and I was really worried because I had to make the report, but I managed it. Because first thing is that flag is not same for everyone. So I opened my clipboard. I use the history of the clipboard, and I managed to prepare the report. Report wasn't really good. It was just a basic one. So after round one, this was the stat: 8 questions out of 14 solved, 6 hours of time, and 2,500 score. And frankly, this was enough to go into round two. On 7th of Jan, I received the mail that I am selected for the round two, and round two will be on 17th of Jan. So roughly, I had 10 days to prepare. So what actually I had to prepare in those 10 days? The first thing, I committed to myself that this was my only chance to get job, because in cybersecurity, getting an entry level job is really hard, and I felt it. So I had only 10 days to prepare there. So I started targeting another 100 challenges in those 10 days because I had enough momentum. I started to solve questions. Frankly, I solved only 50, but anyways, I solved 50 questions, and this time all the 50 were from the medium level, not the easy ones, because I solved easy ones in the starting for the round one. In round two, I solved all the 50 questions from medium level. Same Vico CTF and one more platform, that is Ring Zero. I don't know if you know about it, but Ring Zero is another platform. So these 50 questions, and then was the round two. Round two was fully proctored. Before this season 10, previous seasons, they were using the Gmail. Like you had to add to join the meeting in Gmail. Then you had to introduce yourself, and just they will check out your room or something. But this year, in season 10, they did really different things. They used screen recording from the TCS IN platform. So we had to log in on the TCS IN platform. We had to share our screen. We had to share our laptop's camera. So our camera is facing to us. And then we had to use our mobile's camera and put it in the corner of the room. And then turn on the camera. Using the same link will be provided, so that they will make sure that no one is helping you to solve the questions. So there is no chance of cheating, that no one is helping you. So yeah, but still there was one catch. You were able to use the AI. You can use AI, you can use ChatGPT, Gemini, because if you're solving CTF, then you must be knowing that alone AI can't help you to solve the question, because it can only give the ideation. But there was one strict problem, that you can't use the AI that is used for pen testing. Like there are pen testing AIs different, so you can't use them. They will be giving you information about it, which things are allowed and which things are banned. Also, sharing the flags is not allowed. No use of social media, of course. Then comes the round two. Uh, round two was for 3 hours, from I guess, yeah, 10 to 1. 3 hours were there, and there were no report writing there. You have to just solve the question. I started at 10, and in 2 hours I managed to solve the 5 questions. No, there were 5 questions starting, and I managed to solve 4 of them. So I was like 80% I had done. It's really good. Then I am getting the interview. But when I refreshed the site at 12, then suddenly saw that 3 more questions were there. So it was nearly the 80% criteria would drop to the 50%. But still I pursued the challenge of 500 points, and I completely solved 5 questions out of 8 challenges, and nearly score was 1300 points. And then at very last second, it was like I had to solve each and every question, but it was enough, like 1300 points in 3 hours. it was enough for me. And next comes the waiting game. This round one happened on 17th of January, and then after this round one, I started to look for the internship and just to apply somewhere to get any entry level job. But after one month on February 17, I guess it is visible or not. But here on Feb 17, I got a mail that you will be having interview um, day after tomorrow. But there was one catch. Before 17th, on near about 29 Jan or something, 1 Feb, people who were in top 100 were getting the mails. So at that point, I came to know one thing, that I am not in top 100, so I won't be getting the prime interview. Prime is for the 9 lakhs package. So I won't be getting the prime interview. But on 17, I received a mail that I will be having interview. But in that mail, it was not mentioned that what kind of role was that. But as I was getting little bit late, so I assumed it to be digital role. Then the interview was in Pune, Hinjewadi. I went there in morning, and the interview was really good. Near about 40 minutes it lasted, all three rounds. I won't be deep diving in the all the questions, what questions they asked, but these are the basic things I will be explaining. And yes, for the interview questions, detailed questions, I will be making one separate video. So what kind of questions they asked, I will be explaining each and every question in the next video. So if you want the next videos, then make sure to comment. So first one was a technical round. Also, the thing was, when I entered the cabin, there was no physical person, like in person, no interview. There was a meeting in Teams. I had to enter the cabin, then I had to attend the meeting, and the interviewers there on the meeting. So technical round and managerial round were together. So they asked me about the projects I made, OS top 10, and multiple things. Near about 15 minutes it took me, and it was okay. Like you can assume that I answered 70% of them, and 30% I was not able to answer. But I just admit that I am not able to answer right now, and they were okay with that. Then next 15 minutes were with the manager round. They asked me some situational based questions, some behavior based, and also they asked about some co-curricular activities, behavior questions, and also asked about what you do in the free time. So I told that I have some YouTube channel and I write articles on Medium. So they asked about me. So this was mostly non-technical part, but what how our thinking is, and also the AI part, how AI will be taking our jobs and all that. So these will be the technical and managerial interview. And like for my HR round, HR just asked me, where are you from, how are you doing, and just the basic formalities. Are you okay to work in night shift and all rotating? Just requirements, nothing else. Sorry. And both the interviewers will ask you that, do you have any questions for us? But you always ask one question. So then comes the result part. Same day I received a call from HR. She asked me that, what location do you want? Like the preferences. So I gave my preferences. And after on 8th March, I forget to add this thing. On 8th March in evening, I received a mail to upload documents. So that was one thing which I was sure that people were getting mails for document uploading. So there are chances that something is happening. And on the 9th March, my friends started to get offer letter. But there was one catch. Everyone who gave interview for Prime and Digital were getting the offer letter of Ninja package. So I was like, I don't want the offer letter today. But it was just the luck or something. I at 8 p.m. I received my offer letter, and always TCS is not without any glitch. There was a portal glitch. I was not able to open my offer letter, but still I opened the VPN, did some things, fixed the issues, and after I opened the offer letter, just saw the package. It was 9, and I just closed it. That was like I upgraded from digital to prime. That I feel, and I'm not sure. Next is what actually mattered. Start anyway. I had no experience till I started, so you should also do. Stay in it. Consistency matters. I solved 200 questions along almost these 4 months. So you had to start because persistence matters. And interview wins the offer. As I said, many people received the interview call. Many people were who were in top 75, still they got digital role, as the interview matters. How you perform in interview is the real key. Like for me, my score wasn't really good. I was only 1300 in the second round. But still, people who were at 2000 points still got the digital package, as their interview was not really went good. So I will suggest you to prepare really well. If you have any questions, then I'm on LinkedIn, Telegram. All the links will be there in the description box. And if you wanna check out my LinkedIn, then I will. So this is my LinkedIn. The link will be in description. So make sure to follow. And if you have any questions, then you can put it in the description box. I will answer all of them. And I can make another video if you want. Also, the interview video will be on the way. And I will be taking all your questions and queries, how to prepare. So this was it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and bye.